me on
and
the
then
show,
he trashed my
Jeff.
clothes, but the guy dressed...
If you think you're more famous than me, have me on the show, and let's watch the views go up 10 times. We're talking a 20-bagger, Jeff Cry. This is a scripted performance and a satirical comedy show, and nothing I say can be taken literally. It's been written for me, and I'm playing a character. Okay, so I don't know. Shit. I feel Jeff Dye has been watching this show. I think we got to talk about. Look, man. I know it's Red Bar's thing to cover comedy and stuff, and I don't want to do his. I go after Amy Schumer because she's a big fat psycho, and I can't stay away from Jeff. I keep retweeting him all the time. I find them fascinating. I listen to Die Hard, the podcast. Can't get enough of Jeff Dye. He's been listening to this show. He's been responding on his podcast to this show. And it's kind of... I'm torn on it. I'm a little torn. Because I don't want these things to get back to him. I just like being bad over here. I like having fun. I like having a good time. I'm not saying these things to hurt Jeff. You can make an argument that he deserves it. But here, watch this. Let's just go to the tape. If you guys haven't been keeping up, I have been going a little hard at Jeff Dye, sure. Jeff Dye, I'll subscribe. This is so... big. I'm in the heads of everybody right now. Alex Jones, Jeff Dye, Will and Don. We haven't gotten into Alex, who's been attacking me on InfoWars all week. We have not got into Will and Don, who put out a statement about a video I made. We can't talk about everything I want. This was the most boring episode of a podcast I have ever heard. I made some short rib, and I was feeding it to my son on the floor while my wife was gone. And we watched this entire episode. I couldn't believe how boring, and not one attempt at a joke. I mean, not one. He talked about the Renee Good ICE situation, not one joke. At the end, he apologized for how sort of dark the subject matter was, and he had a very non-opinion about it. No jokes, no hot takes, no... He's never finished a thought once in his life. You notice there's a gap here. This is a clip. This is a clip. Last week's episode, he didn't put out. He trashed it. He said it got too emotional and too personal, and he didn't want to put it out. I think I'm making him crash out. Then he goes and he posts this episode here, episode 24, and it's just boring, and he doesn't really even talk about himself. He talks about politics. Feel bad, Listen, let's play this here. Let's play this. Here we go.
Welcome to episode 20.
So he starts talking about, if you've seen the show the last 2 weeks, he addresses every criticism I have of him.
23 of Die Hard. I'm excited to have you guys here.
And he looks hurt. So first of all, by the way, no hat. This is the first episode he has not... 22 episodes straight with a hat. Red Bar's famous, me and Devin and Jace's favorite line, listen to Lemonparty, by the way, we quote all the time from Red Bar, is hat too low. Red Bar's line about Jeff, the hat too low, and I think that got to Jeff. He heard the hat too low thing, and he's not doing the hat. As soon as I turned it on and I saw he wasn't wearing a hat, I thought, ooh, yikes, we might be in trouble. And I'm hoping he's not reaching out to people that know me. I hope he's not trying to get my number or anything. I was really hoping I didn't run into him in Austin. I ran into Brian Callen. Luckily, I shook him. I walked off down 6th Street like Kaiser Soze with my damn limp. As soon as I saw he wasn't wearing a hat, I was like, ooh, because me and Devin turned it on at his house after we recorded last week. And I was like, yep, he saw it. I knew it. And listen to this.
Welcome to episode 23 of Die Hard.
That's right.
Excited
Jeff Dye has become Jeff Cry.
You guys here. As always, as some people would say, oh, it's so boring. He always starts the podcast by thanking everyone. That's what this is, dude. The podcast is meant.
I'm dude. That's what this podcast is, dude. I'm dude. He's addressing me. I'm getting kind of giddy re-listening to this now.
To be a expression of gratitude. I'm very, very grateful for the people that come into my shows. I'm very grateful for you guys being here. So sorry if that's boring to you or whatever, but like, I love you.
That was my criticism. That he opens every podcast thanking individual people for 20 minutes who came out to it. He goes, Larry was there. He goes, and the producer goes, oh, Larry. He goes, I love Larry. He goes, yeah, Larry was great. We caught up. His first 15 minutes of his pod, no jokes, no nothing. I think that's for a comedy podcast. It's defined as a comedy podcast. I think that's a fair criticism, and I think you got to take the L there, Jeff. And you didn't do it this next, because these weekends they blur. These comedy clubs, the airports, though, it blurs into one thing. You come back from the road, you come back to LA, you record the podcast. I get it. You want to kill 25 minutes talking about how you went to Salt Lake City, but you got to make it funny. You got to have a comedy filter, Jeff, where things come in through the comedy filter and they come out with jokes. You got to make things cartoonish. You got to embellish things. You got to be, you have to have a perspective on stuff. It's got to come out of the Jeff Dye Comedy Factory. And if it doesn't, well, you go from Jeff Dye to Jeff Cry real quick, my friend.
And I'm happy you're here. I'd like it if you'd share it with some other people. I'd like to grow this. What if we could do 7 episodes a week? What if it got so successful and financially lucrative that we could just be talking and podding all the time? So one of the criticisms was that, he starts it off by just talking about where he went. And that gets my motor going. It gets me thinking, like, yeah, what do I want to talk about? What happened this week? What's going on with me? What's shaking? What's going on?
The Jeff Dye motor. How many CCs we working with, Jeff? Jeff Cry!
On in the Jeff life, Jeff universe. So if that's boring to you, I apologize, but I'm just grateful. And I'm grateful for all the travel, no matter where I go and the people
it's so funny to be like, if you're bored by my comedy, it's just because I'm such a good guy. That's not why I'm bored. I'm not bored because you're a good person. In fact, I think you're kind of a bad guy. I think you're a bad person. I don't think you're a good person, Jeff. I'm sorry. You pick fights with a lot of people, and people go, "Oh, Ben's filled with venom. He's filled with snark. Jeff talks way more shit about comedians on his show than I do. I'm talking fats. We're going esoteric. We're talking about the Book of Enoch over here. We're talking in Gnostic text. We're going all over the damn place. We're talking about Yakub. We're finding guys who bob for poop and pee out of the toilet. And Jeff, I'm not talking about your comedy career. I stay away from comedy mostly. Jeff, you are kind of the exception. And obviously Amy Schumer once in a while, because I hate that big fat cunt. But Jeff, don't let Jeff Dye become Jeff Cry.
I apologize, but I'm just grateful. And I'm grateful for all the travel.
Yeah, more like Cry.
No matter where I go and the people that show up, and I want to share that with you.
Okay.
The other thing I'm conscious of is how often I go, so I'm working on it.
My other criticism, which he accepted, and a lot of listeners, now that he's called that out, said it's the only thing they can hear. He goes, I went to the grocery store, and I was trying to get some milk, and they didn't have any milk, and I wanted to... Dude, you gotta let some carbon dioxide in there. What's going on, buddy? That's crazy. You can't be breathing through your mouth like that.
Recording the episodes with one of those breathe rights just to see if that affects the breathing in of my podcast.
There is a big YouTuber who does that.
Yeah, I know him. He's a cool guy.
Yeah,
he's like a motivational guy.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really nice. I wish I could say his name. Give him a little plug on here.
I'm gonna butcher it. I feel like it's an Anthony Harmozy or something weird like that. But I could be way off.
If only you could Google it. If only there was Google, huh? Or Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini. If only there was anything. There only was a way to look something up instantaneously like that. But let's go down to the library. Let's get the Dewey Decimal System going.
Be mean in the comments and tell me how wrong I am.
We've DM'd back and forth a couple of times just because I like the motivational stuff that he shares, and then I believe he said he liked my comedy. So it was just a quick exchange, but a little sign of mutual respect. But he wears
Alex Hormozy, I think.
Alex Hormozy,
was
yes.
close.
Yeah, that guy. It's exactly what I was thinking of.
Kimball Botanicals, everybody. Chimkin30. Please use the code. He's got a lot of great stuff over there. KimballBotanicals.com. Chimkin30. All sort of botanicals, herbs, and everything. Tons of great stuff. Look at that. Organic tree berry. Butcher's something. And by the way, Jeff, I want to be clear here. You should let your ad people know that I'll be covering you for a long time. And this counts as CPMs for you, buddy. Let's get those CPMs up because you're hovering around, 2,000 views. I'm guessing your audio's not good because you don't have high engagement. I'm guessing your audio downloads is around 200 to 300. See, Lemonparty is like, we have more audio listeners than we do video because we have high engagement. Even though we have a small show, 40 to 50,000 listeners a week. Sometimes more. Weeks like where I go on Matt and Shane. Something like that. Or Alex is firing at me. We get more downloads. But it hovers around. It's been comfortably around 50. And it's been growing over the year. Not to brag, Jeff. You should be thanking me, Jeff. And honestly, Jeff, let me come on your show. If you are watching this show, Jeff, let me come on your show. Jeff, listen to me, buddy. Stay focused here. Let me come on your show. I don't live far from you, I don't think. I'm not stalking you or anything. I'm just saying we live in LA. You're the last cowboy. And even though I'm from Texas, I'll let you have that title. Even though you've never worked on a ranch and you're not from the South, I'll let you have it. Jeff, let me come on. I'll give you a bump. We'll talk about, I'm going to cover your next episode here in a second. I think you're doing a lot of things right. You took some of my criticisms to heart, even though you act like I'm a bad guy, but here we go.
Does he wear the breathe right because he breathes too deeply into the microphone?
Here we go. He's going to keep talking about me here, I'm pretty sure.
I know I'm breathing. I'm breathing a lot. The problem is, when you're just talking to people in life, you're not fully amplified. I've never thought about my breathing when I talk. Who gives a shit?
Jeff, it's broadcasting. The only instrument you have is your voice. What do you mean you have you make a living talking into a microphone? What do you mean you don't care? Jeff, I missed that the first time I saw this. That's crazy.
Fully amplified. I've never thought about my breathing.
It's like a NASCAR driver being like, I don't know how to use the steering wheel. I don't give a fuck. I'll drive with my knee. Does it matter?
When I talk to people in life, you're not fully amplified. I've never thought about my breathing when I talk. Who gives a shit? But evidently, people,
he's doing it.
If I get famous enough, that's what they're gonna. That'll be how they tease me on SNL.
It's like he's coming up for. It's like he has the bends. Jeff Cry.
It'll be me being like the impression of Jeff will be like, man, what's with these girls? Like that'll be the joke.
That's pretty much what it is. That's about as loud as it is.
Reducing me down to what I make fun of as if it's not smart or good.
Now, Jeff, if you are watching this right now, and you've made it this far in the video, because apparently you do watch the show, I want to let you know that I'm actually being fair, and I'm being fair here. I'm not just singling you out, and I want you to know, Jeff, and this happens to me, and I have to accept this too, because I can be a bit nasty, and I can be a bit angry, and I can hold grudges too, Jeff, and I've worked on that. Radical self-love, Jeff. Forgiveness. All these things are very important in life. Forgive your enemies. These things, or else they will wield control and power over you. It's important to forgive the ones who have hurt you the most, Jeff. Jeff Cry. Let me tell you something, man. What goes around comes around. You go on your podcast, you talk shit about Steph Taleb, Ron Funches. Mark Maron. He's naming everybody. saying horrible, nasty. Jeff, this is what happens. You put nasty things out. It's like a boomerang. Comes right back, hits you in the heart. So stop doing the victim thing, because I know what you do. You're doing it right here. You act like all this is uncalled for and you're just a great guy. Jeff, I'm trying to give you actual good advice right now. Stop doing that. Stop. Listen to me, Jeff. You're not that good of a person. Cut it out. Stop that. You're not above criticism. You can get better. I will make you better. We're going to review your next episode. I did make you better. I did. We're going to go over it. And the episode was insanely boring, but it was going in a better direction. At least you didn't tell a story about, like, you know, the hotel soap or whatever the fuck. Jeff, you had this fucking coming. You took the Faustian bargain, my friend. And I'm a Mephisto, and I'm coming for your ass. I'm not the devil, but I do his bidding, bitch.
Funny, and then making fun of the way I breathe when I talk, which is fine. That's another thing I think is interesting, is like I posted I don't remember what it was either an observation or a joke. I can't remember if it was an opinion or a joke or both, but someone was like, oh, that's what it was. I posted a Mortal Kombat thing. Melina is the twin sister of Kitana. She started in Mortal Kombat 2. They're clones, or she's a clone of Kitana. They're like these sisters.
The breathing, Jeff. You
but she's also
Jeff.
Tarkin,
come on, man.
Whatever the Baraka
is,
where he's like turning into this. He's a Tarkatan or whatever it's called. Anyways, I've probably already lost you guys just explaining that. Tarkadian, yeah, and. So I just made a very inside baseball, very Mortal Kombat reference. Like, this is interesting because Melina is famously a self-loathing Tarkin herself. And someone goes, I like that Jeff Dye wrote famously, like, we know what the fuck he's talking about with Mortal Kombat. I'm like, listen, when I make a joke about something, everyone goes, low-hanging fruit. I've heard that joke a million times. But then when I make an obscure joke, they're like we're supposed to know what that is.
Okay, Jeff, do you know what a straw man is? Every time anybody has some criticism about you, you hyper-fixate on one, like, little, and you blow it up out of, because it's the only way you can make any sort of argument in your head. Because you're a culture war moron. You're a culture war retard. Whatever's trending, you kind of talk about. You know, it's just you're noise. You're another face in the crowd, as they say. You're a culture war retard. You're wasting your life and your day scrolling, looking at culture war horseshit, right? I know that because you did a whole episode about. You did 45 minutes on like a play-by-play of what happened to Renee Good, right? With no jokes. If you're gonna bring stuff up like that, make it funny. Nobody gives a shit about your take. You're not Christopher Hitchens. You're not. No one cares. Sorry, Jeff. No one cares what you think. You're a comedian. People care if you can make them laugh. So you should focus on the funny, Jeff. Jeff Cry. You should focus on the funny. You should think about the joke. You should think about you shouldn't care about what's right and wrong, Jeff. Cares about what's right and wrong. Be funny. Do better, Jeff. Come on. Come on, Jeff. I'm Mephisto. I'm coming for your ass. I'm Mephisto. I'm coming for you.
There's just always
I'm gonna drag you to hell, Jeff.
To trash something. It's like there's some guy who's got a whole dedicated YouTube thing trashing on this podcast, and he's like,
Nope. I got tons of clips. My YN. It's not dedicated to you at all. I can make it dedicated to you. Do you want me to make it dedicated to you, Jeff? Is that what you want, pal? Jeff Cry? Do you want to be my bitch? I can make you my bitch. That's what you want. Keep it up. Keep it up, Jeff Cry. I'll make you my bitch. You'll see these glasses when you close your eyes at night, my friend. I'm kidding, Jeff. I'm a big fan. I love you, buddy. Listen, I didn't even know who you were until you went on After Tonight. I thought it was a great appearance. Jeff, I'm kidding. I'm going a little too far here. I'm not really. You deserve it. But Jeff, I know you're going to hear this. This is the thing. You got to stop being a narcissist with this stuff, Jeff. Just because I have a clip about you doesn't mean it's dead. I don't wake up thinking about you. Okay? I know that's hard for you to believe that some people in this world wake up and they're not thinking about you. You're a raging narcissist. Massive narcissist. Who else would, get behind the wheel of a Cybertruck drunk as a skunk at 10 a.m. except for someone who cares very little for others? And Jeff, I'm proud of you for, being sober or whatever, I guess. I'm not really. Feels like a fake narrative, honestly. I've never heard stories of you falling down drunk, and it seems like it's kind of like you were driving a little bit tipsy, and you're kind of using it as a way to exonerate yourself from the 20 years of kind of being a dick to people and blaming it on the booze. It's kind of a scapegoat. I don't think that's reality, Jeff. I think deep down it's not a reality. I think you have storyline fever. I think you're spinning tails out of kind of nowhere. I think you need to take responsibility just for kind of being a dick. You don't really have anything to me that seems like being a dry drunk at all. You didn't get sober and then gain a bunch of weight. I don't think you had a problem, bud. I don't think you're a cowboy. I think you're Jeff. Right now, you're Jeff Cry. You're wah. You're a big baby in a diaper. You're sitting. You're wearing a diaper behind that desk. You're pissing and shitting yourself blind about a channel that's devoted. I don't devote anything to you, motherfucker. Nothing is devoted to you. Dude, I do 6 hours every week. I've done this show for over a year now. Rarely do I miss a week. How much? Let's just do 50 times 6. That's 300 hours. How much time you think I've spent on you, Jeff? Maybe 0.3% of that time I've spent on you. I can make it 100 if you want. I could do the rest of this show about your show. I can devote it to your show if you want. If that's what you really want, Jeff, because that's the storyline because you're all about stories, right? You're all about embellishing and manipulating the truth and creating straw men and lying to yourself. I will say you are an addict in that sense, and that you lie to yourself first before you lie to others. Jeff, if no one is going to be a good enough friend in your life to hold you accountable, I will. And I'll tell you this from a place of love, Jeff. That you're fucking gay. You're gay as fuck. I'm here to tell you. That's tough love, Jeff. And again, I'm not a chicken shit. Alex Jones called me a chicken shit. Did he call me a chicken shit loser or a chicken shit coward? Alex Jones called me a chicken shit. I'm not chicken shit, Jeff. I'm that YN. I'm that young. And I love you. I got love for you. That's how brave I am. My heart swells with love for you, Jeff. I will come on Die Hard. Let's talk, Jeff. Let's talk this out. I'm not one of these guys that just hides in his house and talks shit. I would love to show up at your house and do the pod. I don't know if you have a space for a guest. I do admire that you're doing a show that isn't guest-based. That's what I do. That's what we do with Lemonparty. We've had like 4 guests in 3 years. This show, I've had 5 guests in a year. I don't like doing guests. I like doing the solo thing. With Lemonparty, we like doing it just us 3. I admire you for betting on yourself in that way, Jeff. I do. Like I said, I'm fair here. I have nothing but love for you. But again, I am Mephisto. I'm here to drag you to hell. You're Jeff Cry. Jeff Cry. Play it.
There's some guy who's got a whole trash something. It's like
he's still going on about me.
There's some guy who's got a whole.
And by the way, Jeff, this is good. Do this. Pull up my clips. Pull up videos of me. Shit on me. Make a whole podcast shitting on me. That's good. That's more interesting. I would watch that. If you played clips of me and called me gay and critiqued me and said I wasn't funny, that's good. Podcast, that's a move in the right direction. You should do that. That's my first idea for you, Jeff, to make your show funny, is pull up clips of me and call me gay. I promise you everybody that watches this show will watch it. Right there. 10, 15,000 views overnight.
Trash
right?
something.
Just right there.
It's like there's some guy who's got a whole dedicated...
I'm crippled, by the way, Jeff. Why do you know I'm crippled?
Trash something. It's like...
Go easy on me.
There's some guy who's got a whole dedicated YouTube thing trashing on this podcast, and he's like, he's so boring. Oh my god, he's such a dickhead. But then he spends the whole episode being grateful to his fans. It's like, well, I don't understand. Evidently I could just not do anything right. So what's the point? At one point he goes, oh look, he thinks he's so famous that Ron Funches would use him for clicks.
Remember I said that? I said that. He's watching. Jeff Cry is tuning in to BenAvery.live. He's tuning in. I'm giddy about it. I will say, let me take my glasses off. He looks very hurt about all of this. I do feel bad about that. But look, man, I didn't know he was gonna watch this, man. I had no idea. Hold on, this timed out. Hold on. Shit, hold on.
Oh, look, it's like, he's so boring. Dedicated YouTube thing trashing on this podcast, and he's like, he's so boring. Oh my god, he's such a dickhead. But then he spends the whole episode being grateful to his fans. It's
I
like,
gotta do sound like that. I kind of sound like a bitch. Oh my god, I do kind of sound like that. That's pretty good.
Trashing on this podcast, and he's like, he's so boring. Oh my god. He's such a dickhead. But then he spends the whole episode being grateful to his fans. It's like, well, I don't understand. Evidently I could just not do anything right. So what's the point? At one point he goes, oh look, he thinks he's so famous that Ron Funches would use him for clicks. He really thinks he's so famous. It's like your entire YouTube episode is based off of trashing me.
It's called a clip, okay? Clips are not episodes. You do a podcast for 35, 40 minutes, Jeff. That's just my cold open. That's what I called getting started. That's what I called getting revved up. The show hasn't even begun until now. Everybody knows that. We're 2 hours in here. We're just getting started. I do it for the love of the game, Jeff. I don't sit down and go, I do my podcast to promote my dates, and that's how you live your life? Going through the motions, not enjoying the coffee you're drinking, the birds in the sky, the podcast you're doing. Do you get no love and happiness and joy and fulfillment from doing this, Jeff? I do. That's why I'm in here for 6-7 hours, screaming my head off. Letting my cortisol fly. Making my foot hurt like shit. I'm eating candies and chocolate in here so I can have energy to think. And meanwhile, it's destroying my body. I'm Petey. It's called being Petey, Jeff. Look up Ray Pete. It can actually help your comedy. The more sugar I eat, the more I can focus. I will say that. Fructose, especially. But Jeff Cry, you created another straw man, didn't you? You created a guy who has a channel that this guy's shitting on me. But look, his channel is devoted to shitting on me. This episode is it's not an episode. Jeff, it's not an episode. It's a clip. Ooh, there it goes. It's a clip. Who gives a fuck? These motherfuckers, very good clips and lemon heads in these guys. Lemon Bar Radio, that one. There's so many clip channels. They're cutting 14, 15, 16 clips an episode, Jeff. I know your podcasts are 20 minutes long, so you thought it was a full episode. It's not. It's the tip of the iceberg.
So you must have thought there was some sort of thing to gain. I must have some notoriety if you're making the whole episode about me to trash on.
There's actually comments saying, I had no idea who Jeff Dye was until Ben started talking about him. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Get your head out of your fucking ass, Jeff.
Stuff of trashing me.
Get your head out of
so
your
you
ass.
must have thought there was some sort of thing to gain. I must have some notoriety
Have me on
if
the
you're
show.
making a whole episode about me to trash on me.
Have me on
and
the
then
show,
you trash my
Jeff.
clothes, but the guy dressed.
If you think you're more famous than me, have me on the show and let's watch the views go up 10 times. We're talking a 20 bagger, Jeff Cry. 20 bagger. We're talking, I go on your show, we're talking over 20,000 views. What are you getting on this? Couple thousand? Because I told people in the Discord and on my website that you were talking about me, and they went and checked it out. So you got higher engagement than usual. Usually you get about 1,400. Who's counting? I'm not. All I'm saying, Jeff, have me on the show. You want to change your broadcasting career, Jeff? Have me on the show. Jeff Cry, have me on the show. Jeff, I didn't want to do this. I don't want to make you my bitch, but I will. I'll make you my Jeff, I will make you my bitch. I swear to God. Jeff, I'm kidding, but have me on. Come on. We're both like 6'5". We're both tall as shit. Neither of us can fight. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm not gonna show up, you know, like it's the end of First Reformed. I'm not gonna take my collar off and and I have a fucking beeping vest beneath the gown. Have me over. I swear I won't have anything on me. I'm not crazy. People think I'm crazy, but I actually live a very normal, like, kind of dad life. And I don't know, I'm starting to be like, what happens to me? Because I get behind a microphone or like I go live and I genuinely don't know who this is. I disassociate. This is some alter person. I don't know who I am right now as I'm speaking to you, Jeff. But I promise you off mic, I'm totally nice and normal. And honestly, Jeff, I'm a big fan. So have me on. Have me on, buddy.
And looks like a retard himself, so I don't understand.
Retard? Did I call you
I must
retard?
have some notoriety if you're making a whole
retard?
episode about me to trash on me. And then you trash my clothes, but the guy dresses and looks like a retard himself, so I don't understand. We should, he should.
I missed that. He called me a retard. Oh, Jeff, I'm gonna make you my Jeff, you called me a retard. See, but I'm not even gonna be mad about this because, and Jeff, you could get me right now for my tech keeps not working. Fuck, hold on. I don't know why this is happening. I hate when this shit happens. It freezes on the screen. Hold on. Okay, here we go. He called me a retard. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it.
Let's have some note me.
Call me a retard.
So you must have thought there was some sort of thing to gain.
I did attack the way he dressed. I did.
I must have some notoriety if you're making a whole episode about me to trash on me. And then you trash my clothes, but the guy dresses and looks like a retard himself, so I don't understand. He should trash my clothes, but the guy dresses and looks like a retard himself, so I don't understand.
Jeff, I look fucking good, actually. That's way out of line. Jeff, that's way out of fucking line, bro. I look good as fuck. Look at this shit. Jeff, I look fucking good. I got baggy jeans. I got my damn sweater on. How's this dressing like a retard, Jeff? How's this dressing like a retard? Tell me. Honestly, I look fucking good, bro. I look good. Go to the last stream. I got the red suit on. I look fucking good, man. You look retarded. And I will say, I know I got in your head, Jeff, because look how you're dressed this time. Very normie. Sweater, no hat. Very normie. I got in your head. I got in your head, Jeff.
We should, he should.
Jeff, I got better hair than you. I got better hair.
He should love me. We're kindred spirits. This weekend, I was in Spokane, Washington.
And then he goes right He starts talking about he's doing the thing I criticized him for. This is why Jeff is where he is in life. He can't take criticism. And then he doubles down. And then he wonders why people have an issue with him. Jeff, you're not listening. You don't listen to people. You just talk. You just babble. Open your ears. Then maybe you have a shot at opening your heart. But you're not listening.
Washington. Spokane, Washington is where I was born. We moved when I was like 5 or 6. I'm not sure, but I was a little boy. And it was so good. It was cold and a lot of homeless and all that, but
it was cold. I went to a place and it was cold. Great. I feel like I'm talking to my fucking father-in-law.
It was still great to be in Spokane.
Would have no idea you do stand-up comedy and sell out weekends. God help us all.
All the shows sold out, which that doesn't happen all the time, and so when it does, I'm really, really happy. Shows were awesome. Spokane is great. You know, when you perform in Portland or these dog shit towns like Capitol Hill in Washington, you know, those are the Capitol Hill is an area of Seattle in Washington State. I didn't mean Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. But when you perform in these rat shit towns like Seattle and Portland.
Rat shit? These are like nice places. What are you talking about? The people are like, you know. I mean, Portland, it's a bunch of guys at sitting at farmhouse tables at these like industrial style pubs, and they're playing Settlers of Catan, and everybody looks like Brian Posehn. Seattle, Seattle it's tough, you know. It's like Orange is the New Black up there. I get that, but like it's not the. There's some babes up there actually. I like both of those places. I don't know, these people go to these towns and they shit all over them. They have no love for them.
Those are like the road games, you know? When you go to a place like Spokane, Washington, or Dallas, Texas, or Tampa, Florida, like those are the home games, and those audiences are awesome. So it's fun to go in to every show knowing it's going to be a murder fest and that all the shows are packed and the people are happy you're there. You're not going to have to like verbally box or spar with anyone. It's just a really, really good time. So Spokane was awesome. Thank you to everyone that came out.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of like what really happened. Were there not much?
Is the podcast a thank you card? Jeff, how about you go to a Walgreens and you go to the greeting card section? You buy a big card and you ship it to Spokane or Portland or Seattle or wherever the hell you were.
To report in a shot game.
The podcast can't be a big thank you note. We need funny stuff here, Jeff. You call me a retard or that I dress like a retard. That was funny. I like that. Keep doing that. Keep calling me a retard, Jeff. And I'll keep tuning in.
All the shows, which was awesome.
You can't hurt my feelings because I have no respect for you. It would actually only make me laugh if I had a podcast that I got to listen to where the host just called me a retard. I would subscribe to that on Patreon.
My chain. My chain. My chain. My chain. Don't you like my chain?